here, I came across the rock breakers. Fortunately, it was at a very good position, so they didn't give me much trouble. So I already tried out my new ropecaster on, you know, a few Thunderjaws. I also actually was able to buy the last of my weapons. So now we have everything, which means that we have all tutorials available, or the last tutorials available, which we are going to do. But first, going in order of what we got first, we are going to complete a daughter's vengeance now. And what else did I want to show you guys? Maybe do a couple of tutorials on our way there. What else? Oh yes, and I did do some collecting. Let me see, I don't want to screw this up. I did not read, you know, I went back to a few places where we had been previously here, and I collected some of the text data points of the world, which we are going to go through at the end of the video. I'm not going to do that right now, because then if you want to click away and you're not interested, you can do that at the end of the video. But a daughter's vengeance is selected. We need to go here. I think I prefer this one, yes. So let's go there and see how this mission goes. I do believe that now that we're level 35, it's not going to be so difficult to do all the level 15 missions. Also, if you have noticed, I updated the thumbnails, and now you can see on the thumbnails what kind of missions I'm doing in that video. But for further details, which mission exactly it is and so on, you can look in the description under the video. Come on, let's go. Yesterday I wasn't able to upload, you know, work day, doing normal work stuff. Alright, there we are, and it's not very far away. I believe we're going to be fighting humans? Let's collect some help on our way there, shall we? Because, as usual, we're probably going to get into trouble. F, per usual. A dead watcher, nice. I had nothing to do with it, it wasn't me. Watchers just happen to show up dead everywhere. Someone has to explain to me why. Also, I just remembered that. That's not the only thing that I did. I bought some new outfits, and I have to say that this one, the fire resistance one, the Karja, is beautiful. We also have shock resistance, we have ice resistance, we have corruption resistance, we have melee resistance, and we have ranged resistance. I'm not sure that I'm going to get the other ones. There is one that you can put, you know, 3 upgrades on it. I'm not really interested into that one. It's the, I think, the Karja Silk. I think there's another Nora one that has, you know, a little bit of everything resistance. But I do think that every time... Oh, I took an alternate route. But they don't look like enemies to me. So, how would I have gotten in there? Through the door, of course. So, it has a little bit of everything resistance, but since I can specifically upgrade it to my liking, and since most of the enemies that we fight have, you know, specific, maybe damage, kind of damage also.
Seems like an ordinary outpost. I'd better look around.
Yes, you look around.
I'm so bored. I'm bored with being bored.
I'm bored with you talking about being bored.
I'm bored with you complaining about me being bored.
I wasn't complaining about you being
And
bored. I
chains
was
in the
complaining about your...
Hold, Outlander! What are you doing here?
Let's say...
Prefect Saeed told me that bandits abducted a girl near here. Do you know where they might have taken her?
Zaid told you that, did he? No bandits around here, girl. But I think I can help you find your friend. The boss sent us a fresh one, boys. Wrap her up and tie her down.
She's coming for us!
Woo! Okay. Danger! I didn't think that would happen so quickly. we have that arrow equipped. We have this arrow equipped down below. Just because I don't think I'm going to get a headshot in. Well, hell. Burn, baby, burn. You burn, baby, burn. And,
Let this impale.
and you burn, baby, burn.
Alright, let's see what Zaid's hiding out here.
Fire arrows are very effective. They will burn humans nicely. I don't know if it makes a difference if you just fire one. Well, actually, it does make a difference if you fire just one. That is why I love that skill of being able to shoot 3 at a time. Okay, now we can examine the card. Let's see if there's anything else that we can collect here. Welcome, welcome to my stream. Oh, it doesn't look like there's anything else here except for that. I did run out of wires, I have to say. Fighting the Thunderjaw with the Ropecaster, I mean, the Ropecaster helps a lot and it's a good strategy, but wow. Took all my wires.
Just chains, manacles. They were moving prisoners somewhere.
Does that mean we get to follow a track? Yes. It does. Good thing I know the mechanics of the game. Look, a Strider site. What's this? I am convinced though, I was listening, like yesterday as I was updating the thumbnails, I was listening to some of my footage, and yes, I definitely need the new headset, and it is going to be the Man of War. I'm just not, you know, certain if I want to buy the wireless one or the one with wire. And I'm also going to get, here's where I'm a little bit conflicted. I think I'm going to get the Razor Rip Saw for as game capture card, but the Elgete is also, you know, it looks nice. They're both 60 FPS. So
The tracks lead to that compound.
not sure.
Maybe Nakoa's inside.
About that one, I'm not sure. So I should probably, I don't know how long it's still going to take to finish this, maybe by the end of this week. So maybe as I choose the next game that I'm going to play, I'm already going to be able to have, I might already have, yeah, in 15 days, in a couple of weeks.
Don't get ideas. Zaid says hands off or a better price at auction.
Okay.
Sounds like Nakoa's here. And I'm gonna have to cut through these guards to get to her.
No, Nora, please, chill. We'll get there. Don't be so brutal. Yeah, so in 15 days I might have both of my new toys. Well, how to get in? Oh, that's where. There is a breach in the wall. Orcs are coming through. That just looks like... What is the name of the place? Well, you can see me. Well, you should see me, but you don't. How are we going to go about this? We have 2 enemies over there.
Boss told me to hide in my shack when the buyers come.
We are
I just
not
think
going to
embarrassed
kill
of you.
those. We're going to kill
Maybe
you.
swim in a creek once in a while.
Show yourself, you miserable chuff.
I love this skill also, because just one is going to come over. And the other one is not going to notice, because he's looking in the wrong direction. You are far away. I'm not going to bother with you just now. Where are you looking? Do I have strike from below
Anyone
yet?
take a look at this corpse?
You should should see me. You don't see me. I think that's great.
We got a killer out there.
No shit. Well, I like it. Not having to get into conflict. Keeping it safe. You know, the way that Aloy talked about it, it seems like she was going to go in guns blazing. I'm happy that we did not. Because it's a lot of enemies. And a lot of enemies usually means, you know, getting into trouble unnecessarily. Even if it is just humans. Humans are not nearly as dangerous as machines, I believe. Okay. You all don't really see me, do you? Oh, I found a Koa. Nice. Okay. Let's get the loot. We have blue stuff. So if you two are on that side, which way are you facing? Is it possible? Uh-oh. But you don't know where I am, friend. Come on. Look for me. Stop. Look, he has...
Nearly had you.
Nearly had me, not even close.
Someone there?
See, at least she's smart. First explore the grounds, first kill everyone, and then explore the place. And I track, it's always good. I have tried previously, you know, following a track. Because look, there are markings on the ground. And it is really hard without the focus. So I believe Ayla would be half the hunter if she didn't have her focus. Where are we going? Ah. Of course. Let's prepare for close range combat, just in case. Let's prepare the arrows. That's it.
Prisoners. Chained up to be sold as slaves. Nakoa? Jan sent me. Look, we can talk more once we get everyone out of this pit.
Jan sent you? I don't believe it. Well, I guess one of his prayers finally worked.
I've got the key.
I'll help the others. Let's go.
Well, Zaid is probably still going to make an appearance, isn't he? Oh, that is something... Yeah, I messed that up. I did talk to her aunt, and then I talked to... At Day Tower, I talked to the general, and then afterwards... I don't see anyone. Afterwards, I talked to Zaid. So those were the things that we did before we actually started the mission.
I knew you were going to be trouble, girl. But you'll make it worth our while in the end.
The end is now, Zaid! For you and your men!
I do have to put that somewhere. Do you think you can still hit someone? I can hit someone. Aw, you're cheating! Are you insane? Burn, baby! This would have been an excellent situation to try out my new toy.
Only a little blush.
Come on. Didn't even have to zoom in to kill you. So much for being innocent, huh, Zaid? Torturing poor Nora. Dumbass.
You gave him a quicker death than he deserved?
My father was a hunter. He taught me every animal deserves a clean kill.
How did Zaid come to run a ring of slavers?
All the scum you just killed, they butchered for Zaid during the Red Raids. The new Sun King kicked them out of the army, but Zaid managed to lie his way out of trouble, then saw a new way to make a shard, putting his grunts to work here.
How did Zaid capture you?
I tried to get him at Day Tower, but he caught me, then let me go so he could have his men grab me later.
And after?
Said he was gonna sell me into slavery like the other poor bastards that came through here week to week. But he took his time, kicked me around whenever he stopped by. Guess me trying to kill him hurt his pride.
You've been through a lot.
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Zaid's dead. I was ready to go through anything to make that happen. And I did.
What are you gonna do now?
The others were in that cellar for months. The more rundown they got, the harder it was for Zaid to sell them. They need food, rest, and hope. I'll take them to Meridian and tend to them.
You're not even going to try to go back? What about Jan?
The matriarchs won't let me back. Even if they would, I wouldn't go. They can burn for all I care. As for Jan, I know a way to get word to him. I'll miss that runt. But at least he'll know I'm safe.
Well, okay then.
Time for me to go.
Look, I don't even know your story. It must be a good one if they gave you the mark of a seeker. If you ever feel like telling it, look me up in Meridian. I'll be there until the others get back up on their feet. Until then, thank you for helping me cut this rot from the world. I don't know. Maybe now I can put Zaid behind me and remember my father as I should.
Sweet. That was easy. What else? Weapons of the Lodge. We can't do that. Honor the Fallen. Main quest is just level 18. Okay. Demand and supply. Gather machine parts. I already did that. That's going to be an easy one.
I thought you were dead. But the Koa never gave up hope.
You're welcome. Just a normal day at work. Where were the Striders? All the way down there. No Striders before that. It wasn't so far away. Tutorial. Because the other one is going to be a quick one. Since I already have the parts. Shadow Sling. Shadow Blast Sling. Shadow Tripcaster. The fire one, right? Yes. Okie-dokie. Let's gather some health, shall we? It is so hard for me to stay.
That'll help.
On max health. It's definitely way harder than it was before. I promise you. When I first bought the game and I started playing it, I played it on normal for, I don't know, a few levels, maybe until level 15. And then I was not challenged, so I decided to go back, start from the beginning on very hard, and, you know, it was just simply nice. I had to think a little bit, you know, use a couple of different strategies. You're going to run away, all of them, aren't they? But it wasn't, you know, life like Aloy life threatening. How about fire? You're going to run away, aren't you? Well, that was stupid. I wanted to use my whistle. Yes, keep on walking. Come closer, sweetheart. You see me? You know you're not supposed to see me. Come on, burn out. Now the rest went away. What do you have up there? Do I see a Ravager or a Sawtooth? A Sawtooth. Sawtooths are susceptible to fire. Of course, fighting a Sawtooth is not necessarily a fun job to do. You do have fire arrows. Damage. I want high damage output. 24, 114 tear. 41 damage, 75 tear. Still strong. Oh, great. There's two of you. Yep. Come on. Fight me. The other one. Yep. Woo! That was close. Woo! And that was even closer. Closer to death. Don't get cocky. Ah, come on, Sawtooth. Don't be such... Stop spoiling my fun! Also, you were almost dead. Why did you have to give me such a hard time? See? All my health gone. Again! Sorry, Red. I didn't mean to kill you in the combat. But since you are dead... As usual, that didn't go as smoothly as I wanted it to. What else? Kill machines with proximity bombs. That's going to be hard. No. Ooh, that is cool. It should be simple too. And I can collect some health. So, where did the Striders go? Nowhere? They still have to be gone, right? Ooh, snap moss. See? Simple. Are they still going to fight each other or not? This is for when you can't, get in close. Or the kill. Not for the kill, if you can't get in close to, override them.
It's not a Sawtooth right now.
At least they're not focused on you and they're just fighting each other. Okay, now, fire. Fire is going to help us. Who was doing that? Strider?
Fascinating. Nothing for me.
You? It's you. Going down. You are going down. Yep. Yo, Strider! You can burn for all I care. Come on. Be nice and die. You are not going to do that. See, that was a lot easier than we thought. Anything else? What's that? It's a Strider. And that is how you eliminate a bunch of enemies without actually having to do that much fighting. Because they did it all for you. Nice, huh? I love corruption arrows. Don't use them nearly as often as I should. Probably do good to my health pouch if I did so. Oh, you killed the long light for me. Nice. Now, kill enemies with proximity bombs should probably be done with humans? Where do I have to go? Oh. No, not main quest. Side quest. Fatal. No. Where was that quest? Was it an errand? Demand and supply? Okay, let's go and deliver that one because that's a level 15 too. And then we can wrap this up. See, that was nice. 2 tutorials and 2 quests in one video. That is, if they don't have anything else for me to do. I don't exactly remember that. Now I don't understand why the war bow, no, the hunter shadow bow was a level 30 tutorial. Because it wasn't that hard. Actually, it was one of the easier ones. It's also one of my stronger bows. I think I have all purple, very rare leaves on it.
See for yourself.
Buy what you need, leave the
You'll like
rest.
what I have for sale, I promise.
You'll like what I have for sale, I
So,
promise.
what do you gentlemen want?
Regret not stopping
Wow,
when you're
that
in
was
the thick of
almost
it.
a full level in one video. And it wasn't even such a long video.
What kind of brutes are you trying?
The rest.
I brought you both the parts. So, what do you say?
I don't suppose I could buy just the one.
You'd buy the wrong one. So give the hunter her shards for both.
Of course. Here you are. If this is the price I have to pay.
The price you have to pay? The Snapmaw lens might just cover the loss we take on the other.
It won't sell for a loss, charcoal burner. You'd pay handsomely for a long leg lens if you had an imagination.
I have an imagination. When you rattle
they're
that
going to
piece of
continue
junk
fighting.
around, I think of your skull.
Told you from the beginning this wouldn't be a scrap-dealing operation, that we would have class.
And I told you, a true metal seller knows to get his hands dirty.
Buy something today.
Have you wiped machine oil on my six?
Good, 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 good. We have a skill point available, so we're going to get the leader strike. Now it is a matter of choosing what I want to do. I really want to get Tinker, but I don't really have that many weaves and coils that I can, you know, use it with. Transfer extra resources is a good one, because an ammo crafter is a good one too. Increase transfer extra resources when looting down machines. Since I do need a lot more resources now than I did before, for bigger enemies, that might actually be an interesting idea. Now, light spear attacks have an increased chance to knock off armor and components. Light spear attacks have a greatly increased chance to knock off armor and components. Heavy spear attack will knock down machines faster. That's good. And that is also good. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Haha. Not necessarily good. Okay. Let's see what I have collected. Let's find out a little bit more about the story of the game, shall we? There was one that unfortunately I did select before time, but we'll find it. Refugee Museum opens. Climate Refugee Museum opens in London. London, May 8, 2060. Celebrated poet and environmental activist Diego Abella fought back tears today in a speech delivered on the steps of the newly opened Climate Refugee Memorial and Museum in London. I was 19 in 2033 when the waves rose up and swallowed the Azores, Abella said. The waves swallowed my home. The next decade of my life I would spend behind the walls of the Thamesmead Emergency Relocation Facility, starving at day, freezing at night, contending with scorn, disgust, and abuse from the very people charged to care for me. Abella went on to discuss the still controversial police actions of 2038 in the Thamesmead uprising, and it was an uprising, not a riot, as your holo pages still call it. I saw men and women crushed beneath the jackboot heel of a panicking power structure, friends, lovers. I saw them die. My experience is not singular. There were 1,000 Thamesmead. What? We must not allow this dark moment in our species' history to become a shrugging footnote. Second Chance Party UK Prime Minister Sally Bowyer was among the first to tour the new museum. Our nation totally needs this. What climate refugees endured was really bad. It completely deserves a real space museum so we can literally stand in the remembrance and be aware and create a brighter world than what came before. In contrast, opposition candidate Nigel Cairns-Bailey of the Fair Chance UK party was fiercely critical of the museum and its spokesperson. More than a billion persons perished in the Great Die-Off? Thanks to the generosity of the UK, our generosity, Diego Abella was not one of them. If he so hates the fact that we saved his life and gave him shelter for a decade, I suggest he went his way down the Thames and jumped in. It's never too late to drown. In fact, you see, that's something that happens today. Oh, we saved your people, but we killed a bunch of you in the process. But hey, still great. Schott or Schott versus Frost. Editorial. Overturning Schott versus Frost is a pipe dream. January 9, 2061. Of all the tedious and repetitive talking points that became the touchstones of the last presidential election, none were more empty or jejune than the debate over Schott versus Frost, the Supreme Court decision that granted corporations the right to run for and hold political office through proxy candidates. Wow. Nobody could be blamed for thinking this was an actual issue. This was the race, after all, that brought us such deliciously dramatic holo clips as Lacey Almodovar asking to speak to your Barney Adamus manager. And Adamy declaring Almodovar a dangerous anarchist for her apparently anti-corporate stance. But for all of Almodovar's fiery rhetoric, the fact remains that the single largest donor to her campaign fund was arguably the second most powerful corporate entity in the world, Metallurgic International. To think that she would have any legitimate interest in data corrupted. Wow. They had problems. UK vet struggle. 10 years after mustering out, UK vets struggle to make ends meet. Watford, May 1st, 2062. 10 years ago, Lance Corporal Rosalind Jeffries received her discharge paperwork at a ceremony that marked the decommissioning of all human combat forces in the Royal Air Force. Today, Jeffries and her husband live with another former military family in a small 2-bedroom flat in Watford. While it's not ideal, says the good-humored Jeffries, who supplements her military pension as a bartender. But it's sort of an English tradition, isn't it? Resenting elected officials for breaking promises. We make do. Jeffries isn't the only one having to make do. According to a study conducted by the Social Welfare Research Institute, 75% of veterans polled report they are unable to cover living expenses with their pension income alone. Researcher Harold Adayemi explains it's a complicated situation. 10 years ago, few people anticipated just how high and how quickly the cost of living would rise. As funding of the NHS has gradually been siphoned into the coffers of corporate health care provider, it becomes increasingly difficult for veterans to access medical care. Those are just two factors of probably thousands contributing to straits becoming so dire for our veterans. But I suppose that's little comfort to someone who's struggling to feed their children. Wow. Baymax! Big Hero 6, we need healthcare companions. We read that. Yeah, we read all of those. Destin Folds. Blind auto taxi service Destin Folds. March 4, 2064. When Destin arrived on the Autotrans scene for years ago as the latest thrifty alternative to subscription services like Get There and Liftspin, it gobbled market share and shot to the front of the pack until recurrent hacks by idiot army quality auditors scandalized the company by exploiting egregious security flaws in its routing and billing software and launching the humiliating 45K for 4.5 kilometers holomeme. The company never recovered. Destin promises to refund subscription fees by the end of the year in a data corrupted. Interesting. Tidio, Robar is coming. Ah, that is the one that unfortunately, I don't know what happened there, because it was at a point and then it wasn't there, and I wasn't sure if I had, gotten it, and then, I scanned over it again, and it did scan, and then I ended up opening it. But anyways, Inebri8 Available for immediate release. Inebri8 now available in the Faro store. Ha, Faro. San Francisco, California, 2059. Available today on the Faro store. Inebri8 turns your focus into your best drinking buddy. Looking to bend the elbow, Inebri8 monitors your blood alcohol level, notifying bartenders when your drink needs refreshing, negotiating with bouncers, and summoning friends if you've overindulged. Feeling maudlin after a night on the town, Inebri8 analyzes all holo snaps before they're sent and saves you from humiliation. No more drunk weeping to your ex. Getting creeped on by a weirdo with a discreet gesture, Inebri8 alerts your posse to come save you from an unwanted social exchange. Inebri8 currently recognizes and modulates alcohol, marijuana, skydive, wow, and duster intoxication, and future patches will integrate razor wing and snake. Time to party, time for Inebri8. So what, drugs are illegal? Is that what they're saying? That's interesting. Money with MechBooker. Fantasy Corp Wars just got a whole lot more lucrative. Let's be honest, you're already getting together with your pals to compare your Fantasy Corp Wars brackets. What, aren't you? What would you say if somebody told you that all your hard work drafting threshers and comparing Warfleet stats could be netting you tens of thousands of dollars? It can. The reward awaiting you at MechBooker make the meager pots data corrupted. What? Different kind of gambling in the future? To all Jessifans. I found that at the stadium vantage point. Okay, I want to get something off my chest right now because this needs to be said. To all Jessifans and to the entire Romantic Fortunes fan community, Jessica Sterling should not win Romantic Fortunes. This is so obvious to anyone who actually pays attention. I used to be like you guys. Last season I wanted Jessica to win, but as of episode 301, season 3, probably episode 1, she has gone too far. Were you people even watching when she rejected the sweetest human being on the planet? He stood by her through everything. The Alaska acquisition, that time the Harrier bots malfunctioned mid-battle. The only reason Jessica has any success is because Lewis had her back. He loves her and she doesn't even care. This is why I'm throwing my support behind Vernon. I do not take this decision lightly. I was a Jessie fan for 2 whole seasons. Jessica is the whole reason I even care about Sterling Malky. But as a fan, I cannot continue to support someone so heartless. Lewis, you can do better. Okay, robot fighting? You know, because it said Sterling, I thought about Lindsay Sterling, you know, as in music, but apparently that's not it. Chocolate Box Log. Your latest meaningful conversation on Chocolate Box. Was this the love connection moment you'll tell your grandkids about? You can opt out of receiving these logs at any time by editing your Chocolate Box profile. Serafina, hey! Lars, hey, how's it going? Fine. Bored though. Yeah. Wednesday nights. You're really cute, Lars. Thank you too. Thank you too. What? Hey, do you want to chat with me in private salon? Oh, you're a honeybot. What? No, silly. If you're not a honeybot, tell me about the most earth-shattering work of art you've ever seen. You're funny, Lars. Tell me about the last time you experienced heartache. You're funny, Lars. Tell me about an experience your friends enjoyed but about which you were ambivalent. Hey, do you want to chat with me in a private salon? Holy crap, you're not even good honeybot. A good honeybot. You suck. You're funny, Lars. Lars has ended the conversation. What was that all about? And then the last one is this one. Your gift. From Teresa Sanders to Sarah Pearson, your gift. Hi, Sarah. I want to thank you for your gift, but not for the reasons you think. A little recap. I found this. You remember where we had to go and find Olin at the dig site, and then I fought the two, like terribly, the two Ravagers at the whatchamacallit, the little guys with the packs on the back, and that was a terrible, like, horrible battle. I had forgotten to go back into the corner and get this. Anyways, I want to thank you for your gift, but not for the reasons you think. A little recap. I told you that I needed to enlist and fight this fight, that I'd be a coward not to do so. In response, you called me disloyal, and shut me out for days. So I do as I said, I do. If you'll remember, I was the one in this relationship who actually did that and joined up. Did I know I was leaving you behind? Yes. Did I feel bad about it? Yes. Then 2 days into basic, I get a package from you. I open it. There's a gift inside. What's the gift? A stuffed armadillo. A stuffed armadillo? Am I kidding? No, not kidding. Attached to said armadillo is a note. What's the note say? Does it actually say, "I'm sorry, hon, armadilling with some personal issues"? Yes, I regret to inform you that the note does in fact say that, as though that whatever you care to call that begins to explain and justify your behavior. Which is why I want to thank you to other enlistees, hearing them describe their girls and guys, I started to see us through a rose-colored filter. I was actually starting to wonder if I'd made the wrong choice, but that package and what it contained, what a wallop between the eyes that was. All doubts extinguished. You're an utter idiot. Sarah. A trivial, empty-headed imbecile. Given the choice between fighting killer robots and spending another day with you, hun, that ain't no choice at all. Don't contact me again, Teresa. Is it two girls? Sarah, Teresa. Wow. Cool fight. Anywho's, well, now the episode is a little bit longer. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit this like button below, leave a comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.